Hey guys, my name is Amy Tackett, and my unit is on problem solving through fairy tales. So I chose this topic to develop and expand on student understanding of empathy in decision making. Fairy tales are timeless and they're universal. They help students to relate to problems and solutions, and to understand costs and benefits and needs versus wants. They're also an excellent foundation for character and story comparisons, and they capture the reader's interests so that they want to research more about things. So I thought it would be a fun choice. So I chose this quote because it really captures the heart of how fairy tales in particular can encourage us to keep trying and to never give up, even when things are hard. So yeah, stage one. So in this unit, I covered 4 different areas. So I've got socio-emotional skills, literacy, social studies, and math. Some essential questions include what matters most when you make a decision, what's the difference between needs versus wants, how can we know the right thing to do. I want my students to really be able to compare and contrast not just stories but characters, to analyze decisions through higher order thinking skills, to know the moral of a story, to be able to solve some money problems using one-step problems, to research and write or illustrate about a topic. So these are some of the fractured fairy tales that I've chosen to elaborate their knowledge with, and I think that they really help build on what would be the fairy tale elements the previous week. Okay, so stage 2 is assessments. So for the pre-assessment, I really want them to respond to the story of the true story of the 3 little pigs by discussing with a partner who they really believe. Do they think the wolf is telling the truth, or do they think that the pigs are telling the truth? And then they write it on a sticky note and they share it with the class. Some of the formatives that I've included will be quick draws, games and debates, exit tickets, T-charts, and Venn diagrams. For the self-assessments, I really want them to think about what they know already, what they want to know, and how they work best in a group. And my summatives are actually 2 parts. The first part is just a graphic organizer front and back that includes a shopping and scarcity problem and a response to the reading on the other side. The second part assigns students to teams, but it requires individual contribution and effort. So, stage 3. So I did really give a lot of consideration to classroom management and behavior. I think that relationships are what build positive, lasting feelings in an environment where you learn. I want kids to be excited to come to class. I want them to be caring and empathetic towards one another. So I like this idea of class values over class roles. It creates less power struggles. So here we go with week 1. So for week 1, the big focus is connecting to the previous week with the traditional tales of the fairy tales and the story elements. This week, the students will work to understand the moral of the story, scarcity, the value of coins, how to use a map, just in general, and some challenges and solutions to stories. So this is really just about exposure and problem solving together. Week 2 is also fun. It starts with some vampire bat research comparing to the Chupacabra story. We're also making a continents book, examining what goes into costs and benefits, and really, really, really breaking down and mapping what culture can include. So that's a big focus, and that's obviously where they're going to be doing their individual summative work. So I want to see what they've really learned. So just in general, I've really loved designing this unit. I hope that you find it helpful. Hopefully you can translate it to whatever grade level you are in. For my lesson plans, you can find them in the comment section, hopefully on